Police force manly makeovers on transgender beauticians in Sharia-law governed Indonesian province. Indonesia in Southeast Asia is the biggest Muslim-majority nation in the world. Police raided several beauty salons in conservative Aceh province on Sunday. A dozen transgender employees were rounded up and had their hair forcibly cut. They were also forced to wear male clothing and speak with a masculine voice. Indonesian police forcibly cut the hair of a group of transgender women and made them wear male clothing, authorities said Monday, amid a crackdown on the LGBT community in the world's biggest Muslim-majority nation. The incident happened after police on Sunday raided several beauty salons in conservative Aceh province and rounded up a dozen transgender employees over claims they had teased a group of boys. Police accused the employees of violating the province's religious laws. Dozens of locals tried to attack the group of beauticians as they were hauled off to the police station, but they were pushed back by authorities, they said. Police then lopped off some members' long hair with scissors as well as forcing the group to wear male clothing and speak in a masculine voice. We have reports from mothers that their sons were teased by the transgender women, local police chief Ahmed Untung Suryanata told AFP Monday. Their numbers are growing here, I don't want that, he added. Aceh on Sumatra Island has been ruled by Islamic law since it was granted special autonomy in 2001, an attempt by the central government to quell a long-running separatist insurgency. This month a Christian was publicly flogged for selling alcohol in the conservative region, making him only the third non-Muslim in Indonesia to suffer a public whipping. Flogging is a common punishment under Aceh's religious law, and local police are also known to shave the heads of those accused of antisocial behavior. The transgender women would be detained for several days, followed by a 5-day training regimen including efforts to make them walk and speak in a more manly way, as well as morals teaching by local clerics, police said. We want to change their mentality so they can be better people, Suryanata said. Homosexuality and gay sex are legal everywhere in Indonesia except in Aceh. But police have often used the country's tough anti-pornography legislation to criminalize members of the LGBT community, and there have been a recent string of arrests. Prejudice against transgender people has long been widespread in Indonesia, but the discrimination is particularly acute in Aceh where Islamic law rules. It's very strange that officers, in Sunday's incident, would arrest innocent people and cut off their hair, said gay rights activist Hartoyo, who like many Indonesians goes by one name. It's barbaric. Sharia law in Banda Aceh, public lashings in Indonesia. Aceh is the only province in Indonesia, the world's most populous Muslim-majority country, which implements Islamic law, or Sharia. Last year, 2 gay men who admitted having sex were flogged in Aceh, with each receiving 100 strokes of the cane, drawing heavy criticism from rights groups. Gay sex is not illegal in the rest of Indonesia, which mainly follows a criminal code inherited from former colonial ruler the Netherlands. The province of Banda Aceh began implementing Sharia law after being granted autonomy in 2001, an attempt by the government in Jakarta to quell a long-running separatist insurgency. Islamic laws have been strengthened since Aceh struck a peace deal with Jakarta in 2005. People are flogged for a range of offenses including gambling, drinking alcohol, gay sex, or any sexual relationship outside marriage. More than 90% of the 255 million people who live in Indonesia describe themselves as Muslim, but the vast majority practice a moderate form of the faith. The brutal and public beatings have become more prevalent this year, with a number of reported incidents of those being punished collapsing in pain on stage. Back in September 2014, Aceh approved an anti-homosexuality law that can punish anyone caught having gay sex with 100 lashes. After a 3-decade-old separatist movement, a peace agreement signed in 2005 granted special autonomy to Aceh, at the northern tip of Sumatra, on condition that it remained part of the sprawling archipelago. As part of that deal, Aceh won the right to be the only Indonesian province to use Islamic Sharia law as its legal code. Anybody caught engaging in consensual gay sex is punished with 100 lashes, 100 months in jail, or a fine of 1,000 grams of gold. The law also set out punishment for sex crimes, unmarried people engaging in displays of affection, people caught found guilty of adultery and underage sex. Religious police in Aceh have been known to target Muslim women without headscarves or those wearing tight clothes, and people drinking alcohol or gambling. Over the past decade, the central government has devolved more power to regional authorities to increase autonomy and speed up development. Engaging in homosexual acts is not a crime under Indonesia's national criminal code but remains taboo in many conservative parts of the country with the world's largest Muslim population. The trend appeared to be slowing down after a string of worrying incidents at the turn of the new year, but the new pictures reveal the practice still looms large in Indonesia. Men and women have collapsed in pain due to the severity of their injuries, and people can be caned for something as innocent as standing too close to a partner in public or being seen alone with someone they are not married to. In the past 2 years or so, Mail Online has reported on the troubling rising trend of public lashings carried out in Aceh, Indonesia. March 1, 2016, woman whipped 50 times for spending time alone with a man at the age of 19. March 24, 2016, young woman carried from the stage on a stretcher after being lashed for sex outside marriage. August 1, 2016, another woman is lashed for going on a date in Aceh. August 15, 2016, elderly man caned for breaking Sharia law. September 11, 2016, man and a woman lashed for having an affair, and among the gathered crowd is the mayor of Banda Aceh. October 17, 2016, Muslim woman screams out in pain on stage after being lashed 23 times for standing too close to her boyfriend. October 31, 2016, a woman, 20, caned in public for getting too close to a man she wasn't married to. November 28, 2016, man and a woman lashed 100 times each for adultery. February 2, 2017, enforcer lands 26 beatings across the back of a woman for having sex outside of wedlock. February 10, 2017, woman collapses in pain on stage as she is being caned. February 27, 2017, man collapses on stage as he is being whipped for having sex outside of marriage. August 25, 2017, 10 Indonesians sentenced to up to 100 lashes of the whip for adultery. September 12, 2017, woman hospitalized after 100 lashes for being with a man who wasn't her husband. November 17, 2017, woman is caned for adultery. Fucking cunts. If you love your news from one sexy ass robot, like and sub, then hit up my big fat bell.